Think about the years I've spent just passing through. I could take the time I lost and give it back to you. If you just smile and take my hand, you've been there, you understand. It's all part of a grander plan that is coming true.
Who gives this woman to this man to marry? From two very different worlds. King Solomon grew up with all the pomp, circumstance, privilege of royalty. But the Shulamite, she was a country girl. She grew up caring for her father's vineyard. But within the 8 chapters of the Song of Solomon, the King Solomon and the Shulamite rehearsed their courtship, and then they rehearsed their marriage, and they let us listen to their voices and listen to the lessons they've learned, and they tell anybody who's willing to listen what are some of the essentials of married love. For example, in chapter 2, we get to eavesdrop on the two of them in their courtship. They're out sharing a picnic under a canopy of cedar trees. The Shulamite is dating a king, so she's a little nervous. And she doesn't feel she quite fits in. And as she looks at the surroundings in a very rural setting, she sees the flowers on the hills and down the valleys. And she turns to him and says to him, I'm the rose of Sharon. I'm the lily of the valley. That is, she saw herself in a pretty humble way. She said, I'm like those wildflowers that are growing out there in the hills. I'm like those roses of Sharon. I'm like those lilies in the valleys that grow in the lowlands. I'm not a royal rose. I'm not sure that I fit into the king's palace. Well, the king heard that, and he looked around, and he saw a lily. It was growing up, and there were thorns around it, and he kind of pointed to it, and he said, as the lily amongst the thorns, so is my beloved amongst the women, amongst all the women of Israel. That is, when the king looked at his bride-to-be, he said, you're the only lily I see. Every other woman in my sight, I see her. Well, the Shulamite, you can imagine how she was touched by that. And she scanned the horizon there underneath this canopy of cedars, and she sees an apple tree amongst all these cedars. And she points to it and says, as the apple tree amongst the tree in the woods, so is my beloved amongst the sun. That is, when she looked at Solomon, she said, every other man is like a fruitless tree. You alone are like the apple tree. I eat your fruit and satisfy my mind. So both the Shulamite and Solomon echoed the same truth. Married love calls for an exclusive admiration for the person of the man. It's that thing that says, you have my heart and nobody else gets to share it. It's that exclusive admiration that means my eyes and my heart belong only to you. It shows up in the way you behave, shows up in the way you speak, shows up in everything you do. Now, many people begin their courtship and begin their marriage like that, but the lingering question is, how long can that last? And the final chapter of the Song of Solomon, the Shulamite draws another word picture to give us a picture of how durable married love actually is, if we allow it. This is what she says. She turns to her husband and says, put me like a seal on your heart, like a seal on your arm, because love is stronger than death. Its flashes are flashes of fire, the very flame of the Lord. Many waters cannot quench love, nor will rivers overflow. How durable is married love? How long can love burn strong in the hearts of two people? Well, the Shulamite says, let me answer that by describing love as a fire that cannot be quenched. It says a In fact, it's like the fire that burns at the temple, the Shekinah glory, that is the presence of God that no man could extinguish. So this is like that, the flame of the Lord. So married love is inextinguishable from the outside. Aging can't extinguish it. Disappointment can't quench it. Disagreements can't snuff it out. Financial hardship won't cause it to flicker. Fading beauty can't put it out. There's nothing on the outside that can extinguish married love. That kind of love can only be snuffed out from the inside. Love is unquenchable as long as you make it unsufficient. As long as the two of you determine that your love for each other is not based on whether that person looks the way you want them to look, isn't determined by health or wealth, or even by day-to-day pleasantness. But only when that kind of love exists is love unquenchable. Love's never extinguished from the outside presence. Love's only extinguished from the inside. It remains unquenchable as long as it remains unconditional. Well, as the Shulamite and the king fade off the pages of the Song of Solomon, they pause and underscore one more truth about the nature of married love. Many men and women have spent their whole life, really, searching for someone that will love them. They spend their waking hours trying to find that special person that will devote their life to them, that will make them feel loved. They ask their friends, they ask people like me, they ask counselors, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get someone to love me the way I want to be loved? And even though that makes sense on some level, what they're really asking me is how much it's going to cost me to get the love I want. What do I got to pay for this? What do I got to give up? Now that sounds right, but it really runs contrary to the way love is. Because love isn't a commodity that you buy. It isn't something that you barter for. Solomon and Shulamite said it like this: if a man were to give all of his riches of his house for love, he'd be utterly despised. It's not a purchase. It's not something you purchase. It's fundamentally different. So love's a treasure. It's a treasure that you can't buy, you can't barter. It's a treasure that you can only give away. Give it away, not hoping that you can get something back, but you give it away because you found somebody who's going to give it to you. If we try to barter for love, leverage something into love, we'll only get a cheap substitute of what you really want. Love is not a treasure you get. Love's a treasure that you hold in your heart only. And you either hold it to yourself or you give it to the person that you commit yourself to. Now, although King Solomon and Shulamite lived 3,000 years ago, love really hasn't changed much in 3,000 years. Since the days of these two lovers, we've developed electricity, invented automobiles, put people on the moon. Technology has happened that would make Solomon's head spin. But in spite of all the advances, we've never improved on love. Love is as love was 3,000 years ago. When a man and a woman commit themselves to each other in marriage, the success or failure of that marriage depends on the same thing in their life as it did for these people. An exclusive admiration for each other. An unquenchable commitment. It hinges upon whether two people will spend the rest of their lives giving a treasure to each other called love. And my prayer for you, Tom, and for you, Carly, is that this story will not remain something that happened 3,000 years ago. My prayer for you is this story will become your story. Your marriage will last because you've got that kind of love. You guys think about it? Yes, sir. Do you, Tom Smith, take Carla Kempler to be your lawfully wedded wife to live together after the laws of God's word and bond of holy marriage? I do. And do you solemnly promise before God and these witnesses that you will love, comfort, honor, and protect Carla as a supportive and faithful husband? And do you promise that having forsaken all others, you will give yourself to Carla alone until one of you lays the other in the arms of God? Elbert K. Tom Smith to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together after the laws of God's word and bonds of holy marriage? And do you solemnly promise before God and these witnesses that you will love, cherish, honor, and respect Tom as a supportive and faithful wife? And do you promise that having forsaken all others, that you will give yourself to Tom alone until one of you lays the other in the arms of God? Tom, what do you give as a token of your love for Carla and the vows? Let's listen. This ring I give thee,
This ring I give thee,
in token and in pledge
in token and in pledge
of my constant faith
of my constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
With this ring I thee wed,
This ring
and with all my heart's affection,
and all my heart's affection,
I thee endow.
in thou.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Carla, what do you give as a token of your love for Tom and the vows you made? This ring I give thee, in token and in pledge of my constant faith and abiding love. With this ring I thee wed, and with all my heart's affection, I thee endow. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Entreat me not to leave thee,
Entreat me not to leave thee,
nor to turn from following after thee.
nor turn from following after thee.
For where you go, I will go,
For where you go, I will go,
and where you lodge, I will lodge.
and where you lodge, I will lodge.
Your people shall be my people,
Your people shall be my people,
and your God my God.
and your God my God.
Lord, do so to me,
Lord, do so to me,
and more also,
and more also,
if anything but death
if anything but death
parts you.
parts you.
Let's pray together. Our Heavenly Father, we come to you. We thank you for the chance to share this special day. We thank you that Tom and Carla found each other, that you have nurtured this relationship to a place where they can commit themselves to each other, make a family, and start writing a new chapter of their life. We ask that this would be a great day of celebration and the first day to a lifelong commitment. We ask it in our Savior's name. By the powers vested in me by the state of West Virginia, and in accordance with the dictates of God's words, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And what God has joined together, let no one separate. So kiss your bride. Flowers right here. We're going to turn and face them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Tom Smith.